Okay, there we go. Should be live now. Let me check to make sure we're live and everything's good. Should be though. Sweet. How's it going, chat? It has been a little bit since my last stream. I think my last stream was the Double Evolution tournament, right? I decided to stream some ladder because there wasn't really any good video to upload today. So we'll see how it goes. My goal is to try to, if I can, get to the top 10 this stream. That would be pretty cool. If not, that's okay too. So I'll probably stream for like 2 or 3 hours or until I reach top 10, whatever comes first. Hopefully I don't tilt that much. How's it going, chat? Oceans was first. What's up, Echo? How's it going, everyone? Peter Parker. Finally caught alive. Welcome, welcome. Nerf this cooldown time? What is the cooldown time now? Boss, what do you think about Gratz? I made a whole video about that. I mean, you can watch that and then give your opinion. I don't know how much I want to go into depth. Why is Boss so handsome? Like, damn. Bro, alright, you're too kind, you're too kind. Y'all been simping like crazy recently. Greetings from Germany, bro. Welcome, man. Yeah, I don't even know what the cooldown is. Anyway, let's just get started here. Play some, ladder. Kick things off. And what do you know? We're against Mohammed Light. First game of the stream. That's pretty wild. We're literally against Mohammed Light. First game. You can't make this up. Good luck. I mean, this isn't going to be easy, obviously, because I would say he's, the best player in the game. So, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, quite the warm-up, I would say. Quite the warm-up. Also, this isn't a particularly easy matchup, just because, I don't know, actually. I mean, I don't think it's easy, especially after the, Gob Giant nerf. It's a bit tricky. He did decide to go for a delivery there. I don't know if... Okay, so he is going to go for the ability. He might try to go pigs or something here. I don't know. Yeah, he probably will for sure. Let's see what he chooses to do. Maybe he, I just spent a lot, so I don't know. Okay, so he did that. Interesting. I thought he was going to go in and support what he had down, but yeah, I don't know. This has kind of been a relatively slow start thus far. I feel like in this matchup, I can't really get a lot of damage in single, unless, he overcommits a ton, but I wouldn't expect him to overcommit a ton, because, Nah, well, that kind of sucked. I don't want to use my Rage, because I think he has the Evo Skellies in cycles, so I'm a little, hesitant to do that. I probably do have to go for a bowler, though, for this little prince, so I don't know. This has kind of been a pretty interesting game so far. We've both just been playing pretty passively. The problem is, though, you know what? I'm actually going to go in here just because I think we need to try to get something going. Yeah, so there's the Evo Skellies. That's potentially a problem. I think they did go down, so that's really good. Okay, that was actually really solid. I can't complain with that. That was really good. I think we go in here. He'll probably be able to defend, but it's going to force a lot of elixir out of him at the very least. I can't afford a lightning, so even though he played the Little Prince as well as the cannon right next to each other, it wasn't actually a mistake on his end. I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing, so... It's very rare that Mohammed Light makes a mistake. Okay, yeah, that ability did take out that, so that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so he cycles that. We can definitely still win this if we get, like, a good push going in triple, potentially. I notice he hasn't played his pigs a lot. Like, he plays this matchup, I feel like, relatively passive compared to most pig players. That's maybe how you're supposed to play it, though. It's like a safer way of playing the matchup, I feel like. There's probably, like, different play styles. We'll just Gob Giant here. He is going to log. I'm going to maybe... Oh, the... Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks, not going to lie. I'm going to go for my Evo Archers. I might as well. Nah, that's... They're not going to do very much. Okay. This is probably over at this point. He just has to cycle, like, a couple Earthquakes. Yeah, and I kind of have to... Oh gosh, those Evo Skellies were just continuing to spawn. Yeah, it's gonna be game. He played pretty well. It's a rough, rough first match. Because, I mean, not only is it a tough matchup, but it's also, kind of the best player in the game, so... No shame losing that. I also might switch to, Giant Graveyard, potentially. That's also really good in the meta. I'm pretty good with it. We'll see how this goes. I still haven't decided yet if I'm even going to be able to use this season end, because the deck took quite a hit. Not going to lie, it took quite a hit. After the Evo Archers nerf, especially. I feel like the Gob Giant nerf wasn't really, Dang, we already got almost 300 people watching, even though I just started. It's kind of crazy. Probably gonna maybe do ladder streams more often. I feel like they're more hype than GC streams. I thought Mugi's better than Light. Yeah, see, it's kind of debatable. I think Mugi, you could argue, maybe has more talent, because I think he plays a lot less than Mo, but I think Mo's more skilled. I think it's very debatable, though. Like, I think you could make the argument that either one is the GOAT. I know that, obviously, the consensus among most people, like, most people think he's, Mugi's the GOAT. From what I've seen, like, polls on Twitter. I don't know if it's recency bias, but I think, in order for Mo to really, like, solidify himself kind of, like, as the, you know, GOAT again, he probably ideally needs to, win, Oh, wow, I just really screwed up, I think. That was horrible. Horrible that the bowler was lined up like that. Yeah, that was kind of my bad. Okay, I'm going to focus on the games now. And not on the the GOAT debate. Dang, yeah, I screwed that up really badly. Yeah, it's fine, because we're just, you know, getting started here. Need to warm up a bit still, clearly. Let's just go for Gobs at the bridge, because he used his bar barrel. Okay, so he just goes Archer, so that's not gonna do very much. Let's see what he wants to do here. Okay, he's gonna go for his bowler. It would be kind of nice if I get him to, like, switch lanes, just because I don't think I want to play into him. Ooh, that is... I don't know how I feel about that E-Giant, because he's going in the other lane. I don't know how much damage this is going to get. Let's see. Bit more than I thought, not gonna lie. Let's see if we can get, like, a little counter push going here. Ooh, he's got the Evo Archers too. Okay, I see you, I see you. A lot of people with this E-Giant deck are running the... Ooh, he does use the ability. That kind of sucks. Okay. I have to use my bowler on that, which is quite the overcommitment. Don't know. This isn't going too well. Maybe a rage on that? Okay, decided to go archers. Might try to NATO, so yep, that was really good. Good prediction over there, because if I didn't do that, it would have been lined up on the tower. I think I really got to try to go in after he... That E-Giant was a little... I don't know if that was a good play. He kind of... That felt like kind of a bad E-Giant. I think that just gave me a bit of an opening, potentially. We got damage there, right? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Maybe we can keep the momentum up here. Ooh, that was it. Okay, that was a pretty good lightning on his end. I probably shouldn't have given him that value. I'm gonna get my own lightning here though. Get a rage going. Oh, that was a bad little prince. The ability, well, actually it ended up being fine because he needed. NATO's kind of OP sometimes, not gonna lie. Let's try to go like that over there. Ooh, so he does... Dang. I'm gonna have to lightning this, I think. Yeah, I don't know. This does not look good. Yeah, it's over. Oh well. How do you deal with the E-Giant now? I actually beat that around 50% of the time. That match just didn't go that well at the beginning. You want to, like, keep track of their cycle very well. Do you think it's worth starting a CR channel, or is it too saturated? Right now, not gonna lie, right now it's kind of tough. I feel like the game isn't in a great spot, so you really got to be willing to, I think, put in the work in terms of consistent uploads and also just with like the quality of content, because I think it's very, very difficult to grow a Clash Royale channel right now. If you look at a lot of the big channels, majority of them are kind of like maintaining where they're at or even going down in viewership because the game's in a pretty rough spot right now. So just know that if you do want to start a Clash Royale channel, you're really going to have to put in like a lot of work and really like make sure the videos are quality. You have to really try to differentiate yourself from the rest in like one way or another. I guess right now what you would say the biggest creators are, I'm not even like one of the biggest or like, you know, in terms of the top like 5 or 10. But you have, like, obviously, like, Ian right now, he's pulling really good numbers. And Tag, especially because they upload frequently. B-Rad, not uploading as often, but really good numbers still. But it's very hard. Oh, and then OJ. Of course you can't forget about OJ. He's literally the, you know, biggest Clash Royale creator, kind of by a large margin. But I guess I just named those channels because you'll see they're not really growing. They're kind of like maintaining. And I'm kind of in a similar situation right now. We're just kind of with this state of the game. It's very, very difficult to grow a Clash Royale channel. That's probably the best way to put it. So this guy's running that recruit stack. I feel like he might... Okay, yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that. He's even calling a good game. That was a very good play on my end. I knew he was going to go for a Mighty Miner, and not go for his recruits. If he ended up going recruits there, I probably would have lost, and he actually literally just gave up. That's surprising. So, that play literally won me the game. It was a nice prediction. It really helped that I know his deck, so. Don't think you'll run RG on ladder anytime soon. RG right now is not that good, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's honestly, I feel like RG is one of the worst evolutions right now. It's slightly better, don't get me wrong, after the Evo Archers nerf, but I still think, like, Recruits and even the Evo Archers are better than it. Although, I don't know, is Hulk using RG? I don't know if he is. Maybe he actually is. Hold up. Because I know he was using it. That actually is kind of crazy if he's... Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he is. I could be wrong, though. Because when I matched him, he was running this deck the last time I played against him. But maybe he actually is running it. I don't really know. Somehow this Bridge Spam deck is doing kind of decent. But I think it's mostly because Blue's very good with it. Because I don't think it's that good in the meta. I'm seeing, like, a lot of Giant Graveyard, too. Benny Who's bigger than OJ in terms of views. Yeah, a lot of people don't know who Benny Who is. I usually mention him. He's actually... Benny Who is literally the biggest Clash Royale creator. But it's so interesting kind of how little the different language communities know about the other. Like, a lot of people who speak English don't even know who Benny Who is, which is kind of mind-blowing to me because he literally has, I think, like, is it 4 million subs or like 3 million? But yeah, he gets more views. At least he was averaging like 1 million views a video not too long ago. It was kind of ridiculous. He's like pretty famous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd imagine in Spain, where he lives, he probably gets recognized, like, every day. Like, he's just kind of... Yeah, I feel like there's no one that really compares to him besides OJ. I mean, OJ is very, very famous, too. Yeah, I mean, those guys are kind of the two biggest Clash Royale creators. And then it's kind of like, after them, there's not really anyone close, I would say. It's just kind of... Yeah, it's pretty wild. I think one thing that's really helped Benny Who out, because I know a bit about, like, kind of the different communities, and for the longest time, I feel like there wasn't really any good Spanish-speaking creator. There wasn't really one that was consistent making, like, high-quality content. I mean, obviously now you have more, like, IMJP, who I think is, like, he started following in Benny Who's footsteps, but... basically what I'm trying to say is, before Benny Who, there wasn't really anyone that made, like, high-quality content in the Spanish community, and he really just started, like, I don't know, just, like, grinding it out, like, improving his content, and I'm learning Spanish, I don't understand it too well, but I also think he has a pretty good personality. Probably people who watch him I would assume agree with that. And then just among other things, I think really helped him out too. For example, he was really well known because of his history in terms of, like, when he was a pro. Obviously, Team Queso were the world finalists. It was in 2020. And I think that really helped, like, his growth on YouTube. Like, he really capitalized off of that, which is smart. Even though, obviously, Ruben was the, like, main person to kind of, like, you could say, like, carry them through that, it's still very, you got to imagine it was still very helpful for the growth of his channel. Anyway, that was a really nice win. I was kind of just, like, rambling about Benny Who that whole match, and we kind of destroyed him in the process, so that was pretty cool. I don't even know what deck that was. I don't think that's a very good deck. Maybe he was sniping someone. I really don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. Crusher21's a big YouTuber too. Yeah, so in terms of popularity, I would definitely say Crusher21. He mostly, though, does shorts because he doesn't upload a lot. And the thing is, though, everyone cares about different things. Of course, I would much rather, in terms of YouTube-wise, be in his place than mine. But you don't earn that much money from shorts, so I don't think he's, like, mega rich off of YouTube, kind of like OJ or some of the other creators. But in terms of, like, popularity and, like, status, it's pretty crazy, especially for how young he is. I mean, he already has 1 million subs, and I think he's, what, like, isn't he, like, 17, 18 years old? So he, like, you know, like, absolutely, he's, like, doing very well, too. For at least, like, the numbers he pulls. But like I said, in terms of, yeah, I mean, it's shorts primarily, but when he does do those, I'm actually, I'm gonna try to go in here. Maybe I should have raged. If I raged there, I feel like I might have, I don't know, like even taken his tower potentially. Uh,
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
let's see what he does. He just goes for his Inferno Drag. I don't, I don't know. Did I just Gob Giant here? I mean, he's probably... Because he doesn't have his Inferno Dragon cycle. He might have to Mega Knight this. Or do that. Oh, that's not even gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna activate. That's alright, though. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's a problem. I think I'm just gonna have to... Yeah, let's just give him the tower. I kind of had to there. Wait. He's getting a little too greedy, I think. Okay, that was a really bad drill. Oh my god, the Evo bats are actually a little broken. I'm not gonna lie, they're sometimes kind of broken. That was pretty decent, I guess. Oh, that's game. Oh, that sucks. Rip. I could have played that one a lot better. That was kind of my bad. The Evo bats kind of screwed me over, but maybe I should have tried to defend them, because I feel like him taking that tower there kind of hurt. Or I should have just, like, committed nothing to the left lane, because I committed some stuff, and then I realized, like, wait, I'm not going to defend. But if I committed nothing, I might have been able to, have more elixir and just go all in on the right. I don't know, but he played that pretty well, because I don't think that that's, like, you know, a bad matchup or anything. How do you think Riley and Ian compare in terms of popularity? I think right now Ian's probably more popular. Yeah, I mean, I think like it's close, but I think Ian a bit more right now. Give him good luck. That's a bit annoying. I should have maybe just gone for a bowler, but whatever. So does this guy just have Mighty Miner bait, potentially? Because I don't know what else this is. B-Red left the creator program. Yeah, I didn't, like, DM him and ask about it yet or anything, but I suspect he's just kind of... Oh, he's got... Okay, that's actually very interesting. He has Knight. No, I'm not going to use my ability. Yeah. Kind of a bad start, not gonna lie. I think, like, he left mostly because he's not a huge fan of the decisions Supercell's making. I can understand it, to be honest. The thing is, I don't know if I really want to leave and leave my code behind, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, just because, well, I don't know. I think it's a bit easier for him to do. Like, it's not to say that, it's, like, cool that he did take a stand and do that, but I think he's in a bit better of a financial situation to do that than I am, even though I kind of feel the same way he does about a lot of the stuff, because obviously I've made a lot of videos recently, like, speaking out against a lot of the things that have happened, but, yeah, I don't know. This matchup seems kind of rough, I don't know. Because we don't have any spell for the barrel. We rage that. Yeah, this is over. I don't see how the heck I'm supposed to win this. I think this is almost 100-0 or something. Just gonna gobble. Yeah, this is game. Ah, that sucks. No one really plays bait, though. It's kind of like a one-off. Why did Ken join? Yeah, it's kind of funny because B-Rad and Ken, like, literally Ken joined right when B-Rad left. That's pretty funny, actually. So what is this guy using? B-Rad's right, though. The game's so pay to win. Yeah, it kind of is. I don't know. I'm honestly a little... Well, I mean, obviously I knew, like... like, this game, obviously, it's not like it's gonna be around forever. But I suppose, like, the fact that, Clash of Clans is still a thing kind of gives a lot of people hope that, you know, that the longevity of Clash Royale is, you know, gonna be around that. But I think kind of recently we've kind of realized that's not really the case, unless there's some, I don't know, like major improvements and like banger updates, which the past like year has not really been the case. Probably I want to say the last like update that I would consider successful was probably Champions. That was a good update. I know obviously some people can of course make the argument that, you know, Champions are not very like free to play, but I think it kind of added a new way to play the game. It brought a lot of hype back to the game. So I think that you know, most people can agree that was, I think, a pretty good update. At least I would assume anyway. Now, that was a really bad Little Prince. I don't know why I put that right into the... Wow. So he almost got the tower there. That kind of means it's almost anyone's game at this point. He did kind of screw that up, though. But yeah, it's kind of anyone's game. Although, that's a lot of damage on his King Tower. So, I cannot complain about that. In fact, I can actually Lightning this, because then I just need one more Lightning. So, he needed to defend that, for sure. If he wanted to have, like, a... And the Lightning, I'm pretty positive... I'm going to Rage just in case, but I'm pretty positive the Lightning does enough anyway. Yeah, so that's GG. It was a nice win. It's interesting he had delivery. Alright. Almost puts us back up to 2,500. We'll see if we can make the top 10. I don't know. We need to get on a win streak for sure. This guy's higher up than me by a like a pretty decent amount, so a win here would be pretty good. I think he's got a really good matchup though, because this minor wall breaker deck does really good against what I'm using. I mean, it's possible to beat, but I probably lose it like, you know, 80% of the time, give or take. He might poison or something, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, he's going to pre-place a bomb tower. That's actually really interesting. This might actually be a good time to go in, just because it's... Yeah, that's actually... That's pretty good. That's gonna... Oh, wow, it pushed that in the other lane. That's really good. That's a very good start. I think I got a little lucky with that little prince getting pushed in the other lane. I'm gonna goblins here because his log is out of cycle. I guess those goblins probably weren't that good since he just decided to go for a knight anyway, but it's okay. I think we'll just bowler in the back. If he goes wall breakers, I might just ignore them. Yeah, that works. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it sucks I had to kind of waste my Evo archers on defense, but I think it was for the greater good. Those I'm going to ignore, because if I don't ignore that, I'm not going to be able to get a push going here. Knew he was going to do that. Oh, wow, he misplayed. That's a massive mistake. He misplayed the bomb tower. So now at this point, all we really need... Wow, that's very good. We won. Nice. I think we got a little lucky this game in combination with a couple slip-ups on his end and got us the win. Sweet. That's actually going to be a really nice win. I think that's going to give me like a plus 40, I want to say. That's really, really good. Good stuff. Aragon's built different with Expo. Yeah, it kind of seems like no matter what the meta is, he tries to run Expo, which is pretty respectable, because I feel like it kind of has sucked recently. It's right now, for sure, one of the worst win conditions. I think the reason why, like the main reason why, is because of the Little Prince, obviously. The Little Prince is just so good against it. 41, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so that puts me actually around back to where I started the stream, because I was about top 70 where I started. So, alright, let's see. What happened to the Eric channel? I don't know. I'm having a hard time, like, knowing. I'm trying not to upload super controversial content, but it's funny because that's kind of the stuff I like to talk about. But, it's very hard. I'm trying to find, like, a balance, and also figure out, like, what I want to create and find time to do that, too. There's a lot of other things I'm really focused on as well. That might be the type of thing I hold off until Clash Royale completely dies, until I look into, like, really focusing on another channel. But, like, yeah, I don't really know for sure. I mean, there's a lot of other things I'm doing too, like, you know, like school's something I'm doing, and then I'm really, you know, into, wait, let me go for the Gob Giant here. I've recently been very just, like, focused on, like, the gym and trying to build, like, the best physique I possibly can. It's, like, it's a lot of work. I don't want to say it's a massive time commitment, but I've recently, the last even, like, 3 weeks, barely took any, like, rest days. And then the biggest thing, too, it becomes easier and easier. It's been becoming easier the past week. But I've really realized how disciplined I am when I'm motivated enough. But just the diet and everything. But, I don't know. It's mostly the fact, like, I don't know what to make videos on. Maybe it's because I'm scared of the videos, like, not doing well or something. But you kind of have to expect that anyway. But it's just, there's certain things I don't know if I should talk about it or not. Like, get into the drama and stuff. Or, like, just... You know what I mean? Like... We'll see. I'll have to see. That sucks that he got that much damage. Do you talk politics? Well, that would be like one thing I wouldn't mind doing videos on, but it wouldn't be in my best interest to do that. But not even that. I feel like just people are so... the thing is, I don't know. It's not something I gotta worry about too much. It would just be kind of like the videos sort of like that Moist Critical does, where it's kind of just talking about, like, celebrity YouTube drama, stuff like that. Or even just whatever's going on Twitter that I could just make a massive amount of drama about. Because I noticed I'm very good at that, you know what I mean? Like, even with... What made me realize that is Clash Royale. The fact that so many people are so interested in watching my discussion videos made me realize I'm pretty good at just, I don't know, like, talking about just stuff that's going on and making it sound interesting and just creating drama out of things, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of good at it. And that's kind of what made me think, like, well, could that go into other things? Because I'm just kind of good at it. It's just funny to make drama out of things that just, at the end of the day, like, aren't really that big of a deal. But that's kind of part of the fun of it, you know what I mean? That's kind of part of being a YouTuber. So it's just like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to be able to win this game. Kind of such an obnoxious deck we're playing against. Yep, we lost. Cool. Pretty close, though. I agree, Bust. You should collab with Sam Sulek. Let's actually talk about Sam Sulek. That's kind of one where I could make a whole video about. See, that's like an interesting discussion video, because there's a lot of these things that I actually know quite a lot about, and I feel like I can make interesting videos about, assuming I do a little bit of prep beforehand of what my topics are going to be. So, Sam Sulek, right? Oh, wait, I think I missed... Juan, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, what's up, boss? How's it going? I'm doing well, Juan. Thank you so much for the dono. Hope you're doing well, too. How are you, man? I think I missed that. I might have read it, but if I did already, I'll just read it again. It's no worries. But yeah, I think I missed it, so sorry I did. So, let's talk about Sam. Because there's the debate right now whether he's good or bad for the fitness community. And I can kind of see both sides. Personally, I've watched a few of his videos. I kind of was wondering, like, what all the hype was, because he, you know, his videos are super long, and, you know, they get so many views for the length, and as a result of him just skyrocketing in popularity, it's kind of simultaneously made all the other fitness, creators kind of suffer right now, because he's kind of... Because it's the type of thing where it's like, if you're watching Sam, his long videos, you're not going to have time to watch anyone else, if you kind of get what I'm saying. So he's kind of right now just dominating the fitness community. Now, part of why I think people really like him, obviously his physique is, it's debatable whether you think it's, I mean, it's very impressive. I mean, the genetics, you know what I'm saying? Now, he's very big, so in terms of, I mean, if you're someone who's in the gym, fitness, bodybuilding, etc., you can obviously, I think, appreciate it. Now, that's not really exactly the look that that look is too big for a lot of people, let's put it that way, but he's genetically gifted. In fact, a lot of people compare him to Chris Bumstead. His physique is, when Chris was around his age, they kind of had a comparable physique. He has, you know, an interesting personality. Like, he's just very chill, and you can tell from the way he speaks, he's definitely a smart guy. He's actually, you know, becoming a engineer. He's studying to become an engineer. Now, obviously, with his YouTube success, it's kind of debatable whether he's going to continue down that path. But anyway, that's just kind of a little bit of a brief, like, introduction about him, if you guys don't know who that is. Now, the reason, though, why a lot of people say that he's not good for the fitness community despite all those things, and I can kind of agree with this, because of how influential he is, you have a lot of people that want to be like him, you know, act like him, which is fine, you know, if you take some of his, like, mindset and stuff like that. But the issue is there's a lot of people going on steroids, solely because of him. Now, obviously his intent isn't to promote, like, steroid usage, but because of just how just massively popular he is right now, he's kind of just indirectly doing that, and that's been kind of a big talk by a lot of people in just the fitness community. There's a lot of young guys who are kind of going on steroids because of him. But overall, I see him in a positive way. That's just kind of the, you know, what a lot of people are saying. But I also think, too, like, there's a lot of factors. I think when you kind of are at the top, you have a lot of, like, haters, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of fitness creators are kind of jealous of his success, so they're trying to find a way to bash him. Like, with the steroid usage, I think that's part of it. And then on the other hand, you know, you do have some people that could genuinely, you know, think it's bad. But that's kind of, like, a bit about, like, what's, I don't know, about Sam or what's been going on with that. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to win this game. I've kind of been talking too much about that I've lost a bit of focus of what's debatably more important right now. I don't know, though. Talking about Sam Sulek might be a bit more important than a Clash Royale match, now that I think about it. Also, guys, I would like to find out what Sam Sulek's deck is in Clash Royale, because he does play. I don't know what his deck is, though. So that kind of sucks. He screwed that up, but he got away with it. So, I mean, the Fisherman didn't pull the Gob Giant. That was kind of my bad. I have to say, I probably would have won that for sure if I was focused, but... But I don't know, chat. What are your thoughts on Sam Sulek? Do you think he's a W, an L? I mean, I could talk about it more, but I kind of want to focus on the game, too, at the same time. Bro, I'm crying the chat's gold. Yeah, it's typical. Typical chat, to be fair. I mean, the main thing, though, is... Hopefully, though, Sam is... you know, not overdoing it with the steroid usage. I think that's, you know, the thing, right? Because we don't want to, like, you know, it would be a shame because it's just a lot of people, you know, they overdo it. If you abuse PDs, then, you know. But his genetics are, I mean, incredible, so. I'm glad I didn't have to do anything that Bowler came in clutch there. Goblin Gang.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
Also, did you do a fitness channel? I'd honestly love to, but I don't think my genetics are good enough. I'm trying to get, like, jacked, have a very aesthetic physique. That's, like, my overall goal. I want to eventually be at around, like, 12% body fat with a good amount of muscle. Or, if for me that's too lean, then I wouldn't mind, like, 14% body fat. But in terms of, like, my genetics, I don't think I can be, like, a fitness influencer. We're getting screwed over by the evil bats. Damn, bro. You need to pick up a fork. When you're skinny fat, it's not a bad idea to cut first, actually. Or main gain. Slowly build muscle over time. Sean Nwanji made a very good video about that. Because when you lose, like, body fat, you can do a lean bulk after. I think it's better that way because then you don't have to worry about getting fat, you know what I mean? Sam did a TikTok where he revealed his deck, really? I gotta look into that then. Sean Nwanji's a really good source of training advice, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people lifting honestly don't know what they're talking about or what they're doing. I don't really want to get into this conversation with the chat about it because I think there's a lot of uninformed people potentially, especially because this is literally a Clash Royale chat. But I've been watching fitness content now for probably at this point over 2 years, and I always watch reliable sources and do my own research, and you know, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. So let's just put it that way. I'm just gonna keep, you know, working hard and trying to improve, and then eventually I'll have a pretty good physique. Because I don't think my genetics are amazing, but obviously if you work hard enough, you can kind of, you still have a lot of potential, you know? But genetics are a factor. I don't think you should use them as an excuse too much, but it's important to be realistic, in my opinion. Sam Sulek's deck. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look into that after the stream. I thought that was gonna activate the king. Andrew Tate follower? Not anymore. I actually unfollowed him recently on Twitter. A couple months ago, actually. We're down a lot of elixir. Why'd you unfollow him? Few reasons. I think it's a little cringe to be a fanboy, or just it's unnecessary to follow him. There's no point. Secondly, I kind of have changed a few of my viewpoints regarding a few things, so it's mostly, though, there's just no reason to follow him. I think it's just cringe to be in a cult like that. It's just cringe, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean, like, you can't, like, listen to him or agree with some of the stuff he says, but I just don't want to follow him. There's no point. And I don't know. I've really changed a lot, but I'm gonna, anyway, just go with that, goblins. I'm gonna bowler. If I got that gob giant down. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna try Giant Graveyard, actually. Are you 100% sure Riley and Ian pre-record their content? Do you mean voiceover? Yes. If that's what you meant. I kind of need to upgrade some of this stuff. Do I get... What is this boost? How long is that for? An hour? Ah, screw it. Not gonna use the boost any other time anymore. Yeah, we'll just try Giant Graveyard, I guess. Ah, it's pretty OP right now. Working hard is the key. Genetics for amateurs is irrelevant. Yeah, but let me ask you this. If you guys say genetics don't matter and it's just an excuse. If your genetics are let's say a 2 out of 10. Do you have the potential to naturally build a physique that would be considered top, like, 5%? I guess I don't want to say 10% because obviously in the US it's not even because of because obesity is a problem in the US, obviously, so I don't think top 10% is that difficult, but I really just, I consider myself very motivated, hardworking, disciplined, all that stuff when I'm motivated enough. But what I'm trying to say is if I do everything right and I have, like, shitty genetics, do I have the potential still of having, like, a top 5% physique? Like, one that just is very impressive, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, you know, like you get what I mean. Like, I know, obviously, if you have really bad genetics, not everyone can look like the fitness influencers that are, like, in the top, like, you know, like, they're a lot of them are genetic outliers, some of them are on PDs, all that stuff, but I just mean, like, even just being top, like, 5 or 10%, because they're, like, they're the top 1%, you know what I mean? They're genetic outliers, it's kind of their job, and they just, like, I don't know. What the hell does shitty genetics mean? I can give you a few examples. A really good example would be if there's a big gap in your chest. If you look at Arnold, you know how his chest is, like, it's almost connected, there's not a gap. Also, another thing for chest is you could have gyno, which is not seen as a good thing. Your like waist, that type of thing, and just in general your ability to build muscle. Some people have better genetics for building muscle than others, or it's easier for them to be lean, because not every person can, let's just put it this way, most people can't maintain year-round 10% body fat, right? I'm just going to use that as an example. But there's like 1% of people who can. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I mean by genetics or shitty genetics, to answer your question. And I could go on and on about this. I could talk about this for forever, but I don't want to bore you guys, because clearly probably a lot of you guys in the chat don't even work out or don't know a lot about fitness, because it's a Clash Royale stream after all. But that's kind of just a little bit of a summary, just because for whatever reason you guys think, like, I don't know, genetics aren't a factor. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm, saying. They're a factor. Of course, are they everything? No, of course not. But they play a big part if you're trying to, like, if you're really serious about, you know what I mean? Have you seen Elon Musk's body? Well, I don't think he takes care of himself in terms of exercise, diet, because he's very hardworking with his job, but he doesn't have good genetics. That's kind of a good example, yeah. Some people six-packs only can see 5. Yeah, so abs are another good example, guys, of genetics. So you were asking me for examples. I told you about chest, and, like, your ability to be lean, the way your body fat's distributed. I'm going to give you another example. So some people don't have good ab genetics. Some people only have 4 abs, or their abs are kind of a little bit, like, asymmetrical. The other thing, guys, is some people, they have their abs showing when they're at about 20% body fat. I would say I'm at around 18. 20-ish% body fat, but there's pretty much no outline of my abs. I'm someone that it's pretty clear at this point that unless I'm at like, I would even say I'm like 17, 18% right now. I'm pretty good at like
Excuse me.
knowing because I know the graphs, all that stuff, but some people have abs at 20%. It could be like 15. It really just depends, but everyone has a different like body fat distribution. Like some guys might hold more fat in their legs or whatever. Some might on their back, but others, you know, hold more in their like abdominal area. So is there lag? I don't know. There might have been for a second, but here, wait, let me check. Might have been lagging briefly, I don't know. Is it good now? If you want to see my physique, check Instagram. It's like, it's nothing too crazy, but I'm trying to... you know, slowly improve, I guess. But, I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I swear, I'm not using, like, anything as an excuse. You know, believe me when I say I'm a very, like, hardworking person. And I'm very, you know, I'm very hard on myself, too, so I know that I work hard and I'm disciplined, but I don't know. I overthink some things sometimes, too, but... I'm gonna try to use the ability here. Your physique is good? Ah, thanks. I mean, it's, like, I think it's okay, but considering I've been working out a while, that's why I don't think my genetics are great, especially because I don't know. But, to be fair, I'm nowhere near my potential yet, because... it's just been recently I've really dialed in, like, my diet, and I've already been noticing, like, every few days I've been getting stronger. I wasn't trying as hard as I could with my diet. Because the last, like, few weeks it's been perfect, and I've just been putting on strength kind of like crazy. Hopefully that doesn't line up. I think he messed up. Okay, we finally won a game. Let's go. Are you planning on staying natural? Yeah, I'm never going to do steroids. It's honestly not even worth it. It shortens your lifespan. And then if you're... It's not worth it. Like, I don't even want to be big anyway and have a lot of muscle. What I mostly want... Or, like, have a lot of muscle. Obviously, I want some. My overall goal is I just want to have, like, a lean, muscular physique. You know what I mean? Somewhere between 12-15% body fat. With some muscle. And then maintain that. That's kind of what I want more than anything, because I've kind of been, like, kind of skinny fat a good chunk of my life, I guess you could say. And it's finally been, slowly, I'm becoming more and more muscular and not as, like, skinny fat. It's, you know, that's my goal, and I'm trying to stay consistent with it for, like, you know, 4 or 5 years, because sometimes that's as long as it takes, especially when you're a natural lifter And if you don't have like amazing genetics, it, you know, takes some time. So I'm learning though. I mean, I feel like every few weeks I learn something new that helps me, or, you know,
Excuse
it's
me.
at the end of the day, it's progress,
Ma'am?
you know. He has a photo of him on Insta and his photos are fine. Maybe I'm just hard on myself and it's because of social media, so we just compare ourselves to the top 1%. I don't know, man. Maybe that's possible, but I just don't think my genetics are that good. Like, I don't know. God, I don't know. I was told I have good shoulders, which is nice because shoulders are really important for your physique. Like, they're actually probably debatably one of the most important body parts. I would say shoulders, arms, chest are all like very important. I think like your back is pretty important too. I mean, you can't skip leg day, but bro, why? That's kind of annoying. What does your workout consist of? I don't know if I want to do like a workout video. I don't know how many views that would get, or if people would be that interested. But hello from Russia, welcome, man. Your lat genetics don't seem amazing. Oh my gosh, are there... I'm gonna arrow that. I think we got a giant in the back. I don't think workout videos would take a lot of interest. I don't think so either. It would be the type of thing I could try once, like just for fun, but I wouldn't expect anything out of it. Like, I'd fully expect the views to be pretty bad. No! GG. I tried. Let's take a break and watch a game. Oh, rip, Ian lost. That sucks. Oh well, I'll just play another game. Don't listen to the people skewing your mind. Even with genetics, you'll get there. It just takes years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if your genetics aren't good, if you work hard, I mean, you know, you have more potential than you realize after like 4 or 5 years. Because the other thing too is I'm only 20, and I heard a lot of guys aren't even their strongest anyway, or like they for a lot of guys you don't have the potential to put on a ton of muscle until you're like 25, I guess is what I'm trying to say, or sometimes like, you know, early 20s or whatever. But I gotta get that down. I could be wrong, but this should be a really easy matchup, I think. What's your height and weight, if you don't mind me asking? So, right now, I weigh about 170, and then I'm around 6'1", maybe slightly less than 6'1". So I'm on the lighter side, but I'm doing kind of a body recomp, and because my body fat percent is high enough, I'm still able to... I've been getting stronger, like, week by week, even though, like, I'm not in a surplus, because, like I said, my body fat is high enough to where I don't need to be in a surplus. That's the thing, guys. Like, I know a lot of you guys are saying, like, you need to bulk, like, you have to bulk, but I don't think you have to if you're patient, if you have a high enough body fat. I think if you're at, like, 10, 12%, you can't really... You can't. Like, it's hard, but if you're above 15%, you know, for most people, you can put on muscle in a maintenance if you're eating more protein, and that's what I've really been doing the last few weeks. That's made the biggest difference. I've literally been perfect with my diet in terms of getting protein in, and I've really realized how much of a difference that makes. Like, it's so true that when you eat a gram of protein per pound of body weight, it's actually crazy. Like, because before I think I wasn't having as much protein as I should have, but now that I'm doing that, even just eating in a either a slight deficit or like maintenance, I've been getting stronger. So I think that's really what it comes down to, the protein intake, if your body fat percentage isn't ridiculously low. That's what I was saying, if you're skinny fat, you don't need to bulk. There's a lot of videos you can watch that talk about that. I think it just comes down to how patient you are. I think a lot of people are like impatient, so they just really want to bulk because they want it right away, but there's other options, I guess is what I'm saying. Bro, the fact he had Mother Witch, man, is annoying. That's GG. But yeah, sorry guys for getting distracted. I'm gonna try to focus on the games more. Have you had difficulties with eating? Like, I can't eat much? Nah, I used to weigh about, like, 180, give or take. What's funny, guys, though, is when I was 180, I was just as strong, or even, I was actually weaker when I was 180 than I am now at 170. So that really goes to show that just because you weigh more doesn't mean that you're going to be stronger and have more muscle, because it's actually the opposite for me, which proves to you guys you don't need to bulk to put on muscle. It might take longer, but when I started, I weighed like 180. When I started and I was skinny fat, and now I'm like 170, a little less than 170, and yeah, that's why I don't see the problem with maintaining if you're patient and willing to do that. Why are you loading less videos about ladder? It sucks, guys. I would like to do more gameplay videos, but at the end of the day, YouTube's a job, and I care the most about views and money at the end of the day. Here's the other thing, guys. I want to make very clear. I know, you know, a lot of people, you know, obviously money isn't everything, but if we're being honest here, guys, I know a lot of YouTubers won't tell you this, because a lot of people are very fake. I think that's why a lot of you guys like watching me anyway, because I'm very honest. I try to keep it real with you guys. Here's the reality. A lot of the YouTubers that say they don't at all care about the money, so many of them are lying, because they all have, obviously, you know, like monetization on their videos, and they're obviously all trying to get, you know, views, money at the end of the day. It's their job, right? Now, that's not to say I don't love doing YouTube, because I do. I'm very grateful to have this as my job over other jobs, but, you know, I just, it's a shame, but, like, ladder gameplay videos just haven't done outstanding recently. I don't know, for me, in comparison to the discussion videos I've been making. So there's just been kind of like a shift in content. That's not to say, though, that I won't eventually start doing more gameplay videos. Like, some of you guys have been liking the, Grand Challenge videos I've done. But, anyway. Oh, OJ's here. What's up, OJ? He said he cared in the beginning. It's understandable. That's interesting, because I think for a lot of YouTubers, sometimes it's the opposite. They start out and it's fun, and then they're not even concerned too much about, like, money and that sort of thing, because they don't expect anything to come out of it. But then they realize more and more that it's a job type of thing. So I guess for you, it's kind of the opposite, because I hear, like, different stories about that type of thing. Oh, both of them went in that lane? That's interesting. I thought they were split. I might just arrow this, I don't know. This is one of these matchups where I really don't know how to play. I might just switch back to Gob Giant, because Giant Graveyard's a little... I'm gonna Dark Prince here. That was... Wow, I don't know what just happened there, but that was really, really good. I hit every skelly, let's go! We are not getting the graveyard damage we need. At all. At all. We are not getting that. I'm gonna go RP. Okay. Yeah, it's over. It's so over. I have no clue who has matchup here, but his delivery is a bit of a problem. That's the weird thing about this meta. I don't even know who has matchup, like, every single game. It's so weird. Oh, well. Yeah, it's Jover, sadly. I show Speed's playing Clash of Clans right now, really? Okay. Yeah, let's just... I'm gonna switch back to Gob Giant. We might need a one-trick hit for this season. Oof, that was brutal. Okay, I'm gonna push for like another hour or so. I want to at least climb up a little bit. I don't know how it's looking in terms of getting top 10, sadly. It's not, oh no, I think we might have gotten sniped. Because Dybala was just in the chat, a little while ago. Oh well. Oh, he's clan! Oh no. His clan. I didn't even see his clan. Oh no. Okay, so he's running bait. Again, I've literally said this, like, every game. I don't even know who has matchup. But the thing is, like, I don't have anything for the barrel roll. And, like, since it's a snipe, like, it's got to be a good matchup for him, right? Unless he just wanted to play against me, I don't know. But, like, I don't know, man. This is kind of... I lost debate earlier because I don't have anything for the, like, I just don't have anything for the... Oh, okay, yeah, he's got Inferno. This is definitely a brutal matchup. Okay, yeah, I think this is a tough matchup. I could be wrong. Well, actually, I got Lightning. You know what? I don't know. I feel like... I, I don't know, chat. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that bad. The main problem is I don't have anything for the barrel, obviously, except, like, you know, the, he's probably just gonna, yeah, do that and go Knight, I'd assume. Where's the Knight? Yeah, there's the Knight, okay. I guess I can probably go for my Evo Archers. I don't know if he's gonna... I wanted, let's just go Gobs. Oh, shoot. Kind of want him to... There we go. Just waiting for him to do that. The question is, though, is that a Lightning I want to take right now? Probably not, because he's got the Princess down, so I mean... It just doesn't really... seem like the greatest Lightning in the world. Even with him logging there, we cleaned that up really well. I feel like I really need the Evo Archers. Why are my Archers not splitting? I don't know what's going on. We pop the ability here? That was actually a really good ability. Okay, that's really solid. I can't complain with that. Ooh, yeah, that's... Yeah, well, that's just gonna completely die. That's unfortunate. That's a good Lightning, actually. Okay, good damage. That's solid. I don't know, man. Let's see. He might rocket this if he... Oh! What the... How did the... Okay, what is my bowler doing? Might have been a tiny bit of a misplay there by me. That's... I really want to take that Lightning, but the problem is... Oh, wait. I think he just... played the... This is gonna be close. I think he's got it. Okay. Oh my god, bro. That was close. Look, alright. I don't even think that's an awful matchup. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's, not looking good this stream, not gonna lie. But, it's alright. It's alright, chat. We'll try to finish strong. We'll try to finish strong. What's the matchup there? I don't know. I genuinely don't think it's that bad, but I don't have, like, a good counter to the Goblin Barrel. That's the problem. But, yeah, it's fine. I'm not like that, you know, annoyed or anything. I'm mostly annoyed because I lost, like, a lot of games before that, so I'm kind of, like, a little bit low now. Alright, wait, we gotta watch out for the Skelly King ability. Uh... Wow, he actually... that's... I didn't think he was going to activate. That works. Nice. I'm glad I didn't have to do, like, anything else. I got Little Prince if he...
Doing it for the fam.
I don't know if this is risky, but I want to try this just because... Like, he... He got the better end of the stick there, eh? There's no way he's going to protect the mortar, right? Because he has to deal with the... Alright, that works, I guess. No! The one... Oh, no. I think it might be Jover. It's over, I think, sadly. This is a pretty deserved L, I would say, though. Ooh, that's like a amazing fireball value for him. Actually arrowed, okay. All that. Wait, there's... Wait, what? Tiny bit of a throw here? Ah, damn it. Yeah, it's over. I don't know what Sandy was barking at. Yeah, true. Honestly, I could have used the ability on the mortars more. That's a fair point. I'm someone that tends to not use a Little Prince ability too often. Like, I try to be pretty conservative with it.
Bold and bashful.
You are so lost, brother. It's not your fault. It's bodybuilder influencers' fault. All the knowledge you have about bodybuilding is correct, but only provides to professional bodybuilders. Well, yeah, and I'm not trying to be, like, a professional. I'm just trying to build, like, an aesthetic physique for looks. That's kind of the ultimate goal, I guess you could say. So, it's going to be, yeah, probably a little different, of course. But I try to consume the right information. But you're not wrong. Like, there is a lot of misinformation out there, and obviously, for a lot of the influencers, there's a lot of, like, just fake natties, too. Like, people that, you know, they're on something and you don't know. So, obviously, their path is going to be different, but I guess we'll just bowler here. It can be discouraging. Yeah, can be for sure. I'm gonna lightning that 100%. So many claim natural and you can just tell there aren't. Yeah, you know one that I honestly am very skeptical about if he's natural or not? If he is natural, then he truly was gifted with outstanding genetics. There's some guy named Kino Body. I don't know if he's natural. And then there's a few others too where it's just very skeptical. I don't know. Bro, he just lightning blocks literally everything. That was disappointing. Holy cow, man. That was really brutal stuff. I don't know how the E-Drag didn't die. That was kind of what killed me the most there. I thought he was gonna... The reason I didn't lightning the towers because I thought he was gonna play something else and try to lightning block. Like, I was trying to predict that he was gonna... Yes, Sean Nuanji, I watch him a lot. He's actually kind of one of the main guys I watch. I know a lot of people don't like Greg Doucette, but I really like him, to be honest, because I think he's very honest, you know what I mean? I know he's a little bit, he's not afraid to say what he thinks, and I kind of like people like that. I know a lot of people, he's too much for some people, like, and some people don't like kind of like his whiny voice, but, I like watching him, so. I think he just makes pretty informative content. And he also calls out, like, a lot of the BS, too, kind of like Sean does. But I can understand why people don't like Greg. But I do think Greg is, like, way better than a lot of other influencers that are fake. Rip, that kind of sucks. Damn, man. How long have I been live for? Hour and a half. Alright, well, we'll go for another hour at least. I want to try to get back up at least in the top 200 range. The deck sucks now? Kind of seems like it. I don't know how good, I'm not playing the best, though, to be fair. I could try, though, let me see. Trying to think here. I don't know how great RG is right now. I could potentially try, E-Giant. I don't know how great I am with it, but we'll see. How many games have you lost in a row? I don't even know. I've kind of been losing track. Oh, I messed up, chat. I forgot about card levels. Ah, brutal. Brutal stuff. Can you talk about your experience meeting Riley? What was he like? I don't know. I could talk about that a bit, but I don't know, if I want to talk about it a ton, because, I mean, like, I don't know if that's something... I don't know, I mean, like...
Excuse me, don't
I don't know how much some of the other creators are talking about, like, how... I mean, he was pretty, chill overall. Like, he was one of the people, along with Ian, that I talked to quite a lot. When I was in Helsinki, I mean... I don't know, like... Like, what specifics I can say. I mean, he's kind of similar to maybe, like, what you would expect from, like, what you see online. He's obviously nicer in person than he is online. Morton says people he met are weird in real life and don't have any social skills. Yeah, definitely, a lot of the people, were... I mean, and I don't even need to call out specifics. I think, in general, a lot of the creators there were a little bit shy, socially awkward. Obviously, there were language barriers, too. And I don't want to say any specific, but I think it's kind of what you'd expect anyway in a gaming community. I would say, in terms of me, my social skills were probably quite average compared to everyone else who was there. That's not really saying much, though, considering it's a gaming community, like I said. But yeah, there were definitely some very, very shy people there who, didn't say much, and were, yeah, but, you know, it's, you know, nothing wrong with that. We'll just NATO that in the other lane. Let's go. I think we finally won a game. That's a first. People in the chat saying I gotta... Wait, what was... I'm just trying to find the comment. You're tripping, you need bigger abs. That's why it can be seen in people with more body fat. Abs are like any other muscle. You have to eat in a surplus in order to grow them. I train abs. I do abs on leg day, so I did them today, actually. But abs are... Obviously, you have to train them like every other muscle, but everyone has different ab genetics. You sometimes can't see them at Wait, I just realized my E-Giant is literally level... Holy crap. Yeah, I don't think I can use this deck. I don't have the levels for it. Maybe I'll just go back to, Giant Graveyard while the Dark Prince is still boosted. Eating a surplus to grow abs, I'm dead. Yeah, that guy definitely, I think, is a little misinformed. It's actually the opposite. But abs aren't everything, because obviously you don't want to be at, like, 10% or even 12% body fat and have, like, no muscle, because then you're just skinny. So that's why it's very important to have at least a little bit of muscle. You don't need a lot at the end of the day, I mean, but you need to make sure you have at least a little bit. And that's going to be the most, like, aesthetically pleasing. Kind of a good, like, good examples are in the movies when you see the actors or whatever. Um, you know, just kind of lean, muscular physique. That's kind of the best thing to aim for if you're not someone who's competing. What do you think of Surgical Goblin? I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. I didn't talk to him too much, but, you know, we talked a bit at Worlds. He, he's doing well. He's actually a father now, which is kind of crazy to think. I mean, um, he's pretty social, you know. He was talking quite a lot to everyone at Worlds, because in the chat, we were just talking a bit ago about how, yeah, some people at Worlds were shy. He was definitely not one of those people. He was, talking to everyone. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I haven't gotten in any, like, big conversations with him ever yet, but, I mean, we said hi to each other, Worlds, and talked a tiny bit, so, I don't have too much to say. Yeah, I mean, happy he's doing well in life. He also, yeah, just got a house, too, I think, so, he's doing well. And I think he might try to make Worlds next year. He's been back to competing again. You have your wisdom teeth? No, I got them removed. Yeah. How long have you consistently worked out for? So, that's the thing, right? I feel like the last couple years it's been a bit on and off, and there's been phases where I've been more motivated than others. But I would say I've been, like, on and off. Like, where I have, times where I'm like... But I would say it's been, what, maybe about a year and a half? Maybe it's more like 2 years at this point. When I first started, though, I didn't really know what I was doing, to be fair. I kind of just used the equipment I had at home. Like, I had stuff set up to bench and a machine that is a combination machine. Like, you do pull-ups on it and dips, stuff like that. And, like, just, push-ups, those sort of... So when I started out, I didn't know what I was doing, It was just kind of learning the gist of everything. And then I moved into, like, actually going to the gym. I would say, like, over the last couple years, I've averaged maybe going, like, 4 days a week. And then when I'm in these phases, like, the past few weeks where I've been motivated to go, I've literally been going, like, 6 days a week. That's when I really notice I have the most progress. To tell you the truth, though, guys, I think it's good to take a break sometimes. Like, when I went to Helsinki, I think that was the longest time in a while where I went, like, a whole, like, week and a half without... working out, and then I noticed when I came back, I had all the motivation to get back into it. My diet has just been so clean, good, and I've just been good mindset, and I've just been able to, like, get good workouts in. So I think, like, taking a break sometimes is really good. If you've been, like, on it for, like, a few months, like, having, like, a few day break can be really beneficial. What's my real name? Eric. With a C. Why are we not finding a game? What the heck's going on here? What do you think of Surgical Goblin on how good he is? He's maybe like a top 30 player right now, give or take. Maybe top 25. He was fairly close to making Worlds last year. He might, I mean, you could even argue he's a top 20. I'd say top 25.
for the fam. Doing it for the fam.
Poor Morton at CRL. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
Excuse me, don't you know who
I hate to say it, but I don't know at this point if alright, I'm glad I didn't. I'd like to see him win the world final, but I don't know, man. I know it was really upsetting for the German casters and fans. I was like, they were very disappointed because Morton and Faust out like right away. It's kind of brutal. And Sosa actually. So kind of a rough day for all the German finalists. To be honest though, guys, I kind of had a feeling that Higher was going to beat Faust. I was like one of the few people who actually predicted that, and some people called me crazy, but turns out I was right. Sosa being out day one, I don't think that's that surprising. I think at the end of the day, the one everyone's shocked about is Morton, because, I mean, that was really just kind of a shocker. I was very surprised, though, how many people expected Faust to beat Higher. I was just surprised at the amount of people. Because, I mean, Faust has, you know, he had zero experience compared to Higher. And I think people forgot about how good Higher was. So it was a bit interesting, but at the same time, I think part of it was probably because people assumed Higher just got washed, but anyway, I guess he's just gonna go for, yeah, probably delivery. This matchup is bad, right? I assume so.
future king over here?
If this is a good matchup for me, then I just don't know how to play it. The reason I think it's bad, though, is because this would be my second time getting destroyed now to it. Like I said, though, I don't know the matchups for Giant Graveyard. I don't use Giant Graveyard a lot, so yeah, I think honestly he has a hard counter. It seems that way, at least. If this, I mean, this to me feels like it's like 80-20 for pigs. I could be way off, but this definitely does not seem like a very good matchup whatsoever. It's 60-40 pigs, really? That's a lot closer than I would have expected. Well, that might be why. That might be why. Well, there you go. Maybe it is. 60-40. I came back. But it is still matchup for picks. So, but that's good to know that it's only 60-40, because that makes me feel more confident I can win that a fair amount. Um, but yeah, Chakra Faust is so talented. It's actually ridiculous. And this is why it kind of saddens me a bit, because I feel like I'm someone that, especially 2, 3 years ago, I was so passionate about the game, and it was literally like a dream of mine to make World Finals. I mean, of course, anything can happen, so it's like theoretically I could, but I'm very realistic, so I understand it's like very difficult for me to do, because historically I've never made a World Final, and I'm not even at my prime right now. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it kind of disappoints me sometimes how much of a factor talent is in this game, how you work so hard and there's just people that are better than you just because of talent. I know a lot of people make the argument like it just means you have a bad mindset, but I think there's a lot of things like reaction time and stuff like that that is very much so talent, in my opinion. It's not something that, you know, like, I mean, the best way to prove it is, like, let's be realistic. People in the chat, I mean, does anyone really believe, that you can be as good as Mohammed Light and Mugi just because you work hard and have their mindset? No, I mean, and then another example would be, obviously, Morton, right? Like, Morton is extremely hardworking. He works harder than, Mo, Mugi, but he's worse. So it's kind of such a shame that talent just plays such a big role in this game. It, you know, for the highest level, I mean, I think everyone has more potential than they realize, and I think if you work hard, you can become like a top, like, you could finish top 100, you could be a top 100 player and competitive, like, which would be considered being like a semi-pro, or you're a pro, but you're just not top 10. So it's kind of just kind of something I've had to deal with and realize, like, it sucks, but it's like at the end of the day, it's just something that you kind of have to accept. And I think a few years ago I was really hard on myself because it's something I had a hard time understanding. I felt like I deserved to be a top 10 player or like make worlds because I cared more than almost everyone. I mean, I was playing the game so much, like, was so passionate about it. Like, during the COVID era, it was like pretty much one of the only things I was really doing a lot of the days. And then it's like, it's kind of just a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of the best way to put it. But, that's just, something you have to realize, that talent is a big, big factor. And it's what separates, the top 10 from the top 100. That's probably the best way to put it. So, yeah, it's brutal. I didn't mean to be depressing like that, but it's just brutal. You know what I mean? It's brutal. It's brutal, Chad. I don't know what else to say. But that's just kind of how life is in general, too. I mean, athletes can relate to that. People might work harder than LeBron James, but they're never going to be as good because they don't have the genetics. Same with, like, Messi. So, it's just how life is, and I think it's important to be realistic. I'm just going to go Giant here. It's just like chess, there's still talent in this game? Yeah, yeah, you could compare it to chess. I mean, in that sense, not everyone can be a chess grandmaster. Now, chess is one where it really helps to start playing when you're young. you're very unlikely to be a chess grandmaster unless you have like 1 in a million talent. If you start playing when you're like in your 20s. So chess is definitely a game where you're significantly more likely to be like a top 10 chess player if you start playing very young, like even when you're like 7, 8 years old. Magnus Carlsen started when he was very young, and I definitely think that's a factor. I'm probably overthinking this, guys, but sometimes I wonder if Clash Royale would be the same way. This is obviously just kind of being ridiculous in terms of the amount of like overthinking or like I don't know what the right word is, like just kind of just kind of like imagining. So I wonder, it kind of makes me wonder if Clash Royale, let's say, I don't know, I mean, it's been out now for like 7 years, but like, let's say, assume it was out for like 20, or it came out when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I started playing when I was 7 or 8. I wonder, would it be the same way it is in chess, where it's like, if you started young, would it kind of get like ingrained in your mind and it's kind of like you would be better? I don't know. I mean, this is really like a bit crazy in terms of the hypothetical scenario, but I mean, it's like interesting to think about. I don't know if it would be similar. But I know in chess, like starting young is like a massive, massive advantage. It's the same with a lot of sports too. Tom Brady's kind of an exception. I don't know if you guys know, but he didn't really start grinding football until he was in like high school. Oh, it looks like the boost ended. Um, but anyway, yeah, like typically too, the best athletes start when they're very, very young. But I'm just gonna go minions on the. Oh shoot, I missed. That was not what I was trying to do. Oh my goodness, man. Shoot, man. Hmm. Ah, rip. He played pretty well. Is there any way I can get my Dark Prince upgraded? Let me actually check the season shop. I think I probably can, actually. Would I just buy, like... Wait, I don't even know... Give me a second here. Yeah, never mind. I got enough. Let's definitely do that. There we go. Genetics and talent go hand in hand, then tell me why bosses working harder than these talented people work less and are better. That's what I'm saying. I definitely work hard enough. Like, if I was more talented, I think I would for sure be a top 10 player in this game. Because the reality is, a lot of the world finalists don't play all that much. But I think mindset's really important too. Like, it certainly helps to be very confident in yourself. But I think, yeah, like if we're being honest, like, even the best players in the game sometimes are, you know, have bad days or have times where they don't feel confident. But it's all about, like, ultimately, in the long term, like, consistency, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna play anything with that firecracker. No, I can't play music because it'll get copyright strikes.
What up? Future king over here.
I think the biggest thing for Clash Royale, the reason why talent is so important is, I think primarily you often see that with cycle decks, right? I think that if that distracts the prince, that's gonna be really good. Yeah. So I think, like, ultimately, right, I'm not amazing with cycle decks because I don't think I have the best reaction time. Like, in all honesty, I really don't think I do. Even though I'm young, I just don't think I'm able to make decisions sometimes as quick as, like, Molite or Mugi, right? I think with heavier decks, I completely have the potential of being as good as, like, Molite and Mugi when I'm really grinding the game. I mean, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but at least not, like, far from it, you know what I mean? But just, like, Hog, right, or, like, stuff like that, like minor control decks, I just don't know. Maybe it's because I, like, lack confidence in myself, or, like, I overthink it, but I just don't know if I can ever, like, even with practice, just play those decks perfectly. I mean, I guess you can't ever, like, nothing's definite, but I don't know. It's just tricky, you know what I mean? What makes them talented? So I already said, I think reaction time. I also think that some people just are quicker learners. I think, like, a lot of the really talented players just learn really quick. So when there's balance changes, for them, it might take, like, 2 days to get used to the new meta, whereas someone like me, it could take, like, a whole week or two, and then by then, you're kind of already behind, you know what I mean, type of thing. Just stuff like that. I mean, I could try to provide more examples, but you know, just that type of thing. Do you think Goblin Giant still needs another nerf? I think, to be honest, it might be... I don't know. I don't want to be... I want to be careful with what I say, because I don't want to, like, seem biased, but the nerf was definitely a little bit more noticeable than I anticipated. I will say that. But I don't know, actually. I don't know. I think you could argue a small one, like maybe 1-2% hit points taken away, but I will say it's a noticeable nerf what it got, because there's a lot of games I'm definitely, when I'm running the Gob Giant deck, there are a lot of games where I feel like I'm losing that I would have won if it weren't for the Gob Giant nerf. So in that sense, it's not at all a nerf I feel like you could say is like not noticeable at all. But at the same time, okay, I don't know how the heck I'm going to defend that. Jorge Luis struggles against Sparky too, so I don't think this is like the worst match to lose, but I definitely could have, you know, defended that better. Use Sam Sulek deck. If I can confirm that he actually said that's his deck, I'm going to do a video on that actually, because I think it would do pretty well. Just because his name in the algorithm is kind of crazy right now. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. This, I don't think is a good matchup at all. Especially because he has the arrows as well. That's, you know, kind of brutal against my my minions as well as the archers. Did he potentially just throw, though? Oh, rip. I was kind of praying that that wasn't going to be enough. But, boss, if you're actually motivated for Worlds and you're going to grind, if you can practice weekends since no one's practicing right now since CRL ended. Here's the problem, Mr. Cena, to tell you the truth. I think part of the issue with me is mindset. I'm kind of stuck if I'm going to commit to it 100% or not. Because when I fully try, I commit to it, I go all in. I just don't know if now is one of these times to be, like, honest with myself and realistic. Like, I don't know if it's possible for me to make Worlds or not. I mean, obviously that's not the right kind of mindset to have. But the thing is, I don't know if I want to waste my time trying my absolute hardest, practicing, just to fall short again. I mean, I've been close to making it, like, twice now, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible to be better than I was when I was, like, at my prime, because I feel like I do, like, overall have a stronger mindset than I did then. Like, I'm definitely a more confident person now than I was, like, 3 years ago, and I feel like when it's close games, I don't choke as often as I used to. Like, I still do sometimes, but it's a little better at least. I don't know, though. But I just don't know. I mean, I'm probably, yeah, gonna, like, practice a bit. I'm gonna play, you know, I think the first, assuming I keep my sleep schedule good, I'm gonna play the first few qualifiers and see how they go. Like, I'll try my hardest. I need to practice cycle decks a ton, though. Like, I need to get a lot better with Cycle. If I can get half decent with Cycle, I might actually have a chance. That's kind of what it comes down to, I feel like. My confidence is so bad, too. The thing is, I don't get nervous too much when I face a really good player, because there are some times where it's like I face a player who's a lot better than me and I win. Like, that happened when I was against KK, and when I matched him, I wasn't even really nervous or anything at all. It's just more so I'm just very, like, I'm just very realistic, so it's like I kind of know what my skill level is, and it's kind of hard to some players, though, just have a very strong mentality, and I feel like that helps them a lot, where they're almost kind of arrogant, like, with how good they are, or they're just very confident, and I think sometimes that's not a bad trait to have at all, because it's like when you think you're better than
Don't you know who I am?
everyone, or you have the potential to be, I think that gets you a lot farther than like doubting yourself, you know. But I don't know. I just think it's bad to have really high expectations and then fall short too. So I think there needs to be like a bit of a balance, if that makes sense. But
Excuse me. Don't you know who
all right, let's see what kind of push we got going here. That was potentially a massive mistake on his end to give me that lightning value. Yeah, that's probably game. He definitely screwed up. This is one of those matchups where if the Pigs player isn't that good, then they're usually not going to know how to play it properly.
Kneel, numbskulls. Future king over here.
Do you work in real life? Are you in college or something? YouTube is kind of what I consider my job, because it, you know, as of now, pays as well as many jobs do. Especially like without a college degree. And yeah, I go to college now. I'm kind of doing part-time, because I want to make sure I can manage other aspects of my life too. And I'm not in a rush at all to like, get a degree. So, I'm kind of, you know, taking my time with it. I'm doing like around 3 classes a semester, and then I sometimes do one over the summer. So that means, yeah, it's around more like 3 years of for my associates, whereas for most it's only 2. But like I said, I'm not in like a massive rush. I'm over halfway through my curriculum now, just over halfway for the associates. So by the time I'm 22, I should have that, and then I'll decide whether I want to take like a tiny bit of time off, like maybe a semester off before I transfer, or I could do it right away, and then, you know. Honestly, I'm not like a huge fan of college or just school in general. I know I'm a very like smart and capable person, but it's one of those things where it's like if it's so boring to you, it's really hard to care, you know, type of thing. I'm just trying to like get through it, get the degree, have it as a backup, and you know, it's nice to have as a backup because I don't know what my life is going to look like 5 years from now, and I might be grateful to have a degree because it's at least, you know, it's one of the best ways to guarantee that you'll at least be somewhat financially secure when you get older. Obviously, with the economy right now, the inflation's pretty crazy. Even with a college degree, it might not guarantee much in a few years, but you know, at least you'll be in a way better position than not having anything at all. I think though, you know, everyone has like a different path. Obviously, you know, not everyone needs to go to college, but because I'm in a situation where money for it's not an issue at all, I don't have to take out loans. I'm pretty much covering it myself from because of YouTube. So I'm, you know, pretty blessed to be in that situation where I'm not gonna have to take out loans or anything. So pretty much as soon as I'm done, you know, if needed, like I can start working and I won't have to stress about like being in debt or whatever. So that's kind of a benefit for me. And it's like, depending on your situation, like if you need to take loans out and, you know, having to pay back the debt, I think that's where it really becomes debatable whether college is even worth it. But just depends. Like, I think everyone just has a different path. So chat's acting weird again. So I've already answered that before. Someone was talking about mewing. Personally, I think that that's a bit cringe. I honestly, you know, you could do it if you won. I don't think it's going to do anything substantial. I mean, there's debate about that. I think you're better off lowering your, truly, I think you're better off lowering your body fat percentage. But, you know, like, if you're already at a low body fat percentage, then you could maybe try mewing if you're still not satisfied with your jaw, but I don't know. I just don't know if it's something. I just feel like it's one of those look maxing things that's a little bit potentially overrated, but I don't know. Who really knows? So even with him having like all the pumps down, we're still managing fine. A couple of the other questions I'm gonna wait till after this game to answer, because some I also don't exactly know how to answer. I think I can lightning. Dang, boss, people are down bad for you. Honestly, I don't know if people are... half the time, I can't tell if people are trolling or being serious. That's kind of the scary thing. But I feel like either way, it doesn't exactly make it better or worse. I can tell you've been look maxing. Me? Bro, I swear to God, the main thing is I just wear contacts instead of my glasses, and everyone just considers that a massive difference. Besides that, there's not a whole lot I'm doing. I've been improving my skincare, though. I'm really trying to get rid of all the current acne I have, and which is way better than it used to be anyway. Like, a couple years ago, it was way worse. But then I want to get rid of the scars I have, too. That's kind of my biggest, in terms of priority for, like, look maxing. That's kind of my biggest priority. And then really getting an outstanding physique, that's high up there too. And then once I do both of those things, I'm pretty content with how I look overall, I would say. You're the most real CR player that's not an NPC? Really? Appreciate that. Boss, you single? King Zard said. So, that's a tricky question to answer. I don't know. The thing is, what I like, I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah. But with what I have, but I'm gonna say yeah, but it's a bit complicated. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. A couple months ago, I would have said no. But, yeah, it's a bit complicated. I don't know. I feel like nowadays, things are a little weird with all the... just, like, you know, relationships in general. Things are just very kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just, it's like this for everyone, but it's kind of like, just... it's a bit confusing sometimes. I don't know how much... honestly, I don't really want to go into detail about it, but, yeah, it's a little bit... Is he talking about his boyfriend? Okay, I'm just gonna say this in case, like... I'm not gay. I'm not gay. If I was, I would, you know... I'm a very honest person, so it's just probably a weird thing to say, but if I was gay, I probably would have said I was, assuming I had the same personality. But I'm straight, so. Damn, no chance for me then, rip. Oh, I just misclicked my fisherman. That's brutal. I screwed up really badly there. Dang, that sucks. Okay. I don't know what the best way to go about defending these archers is.
What up? Future king over here. Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
Um... Ah, rip. That sucks, doesn't it?
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
I feel like we're chilling here, most likely. Holy moly. Whew. Maybe a little too close for comfort there at the end. Weird questions, chat. Chat's too funny. Look, man, I'm here for it. I don't mind it, truthfully. I'm kind of used to it at this point, cause I used to stream on Twitch. And debatably the chat was sometimes even worse there. So, it's all good fun, honestly. How long have I been live for? We'll probably play a few more games here. We'll see. Have you considered modeling? Alright, chat. Now I know I'm being trolled. Thing is, I know, like, I'm okay looking, but there's no way I could be a model. Question is, would I even want to be one? I don't know. It's honestly not a fun... The modeling industry is not even a fun industry to get into. There's a lot of stories about that where it kind of... It's a little bit, I don't know how to say it exactly. But, just because it's a very superficial, like, career path, you start to get very, like, insecure about kind of how you look, and you kind of have to obsess about it, and just gonna have to rage that. D Panda Jr. with the $20 donation says, "What's up, boss? Have you been on the nice list for if you're talking about the game?" Thank you, by the way, for the $20 dono. If you're talking about for CR, probably, because I don't really use emotes that often. So if you mean for Christmas in general, I don't know. Might have been Might have been a little naughty this year. I don't know. Hard to say. But anyway, I would say probably on the nice list. Yeah. All right. Hey, for real looks like who's that? I don't even know who that is. Okay, he pumped up again. I don't know about those barbarians. I don't know, bro. What a stop with these questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, this chat. Alright. We're a rage, and then all I gotta do is lightning. And then we're in the clear here. Gotta try to avoid a lightning block. Boop. GG. He's loving it. It's funny, it's funny. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, I don't mind it. Look, here's the thing, right? Like, what's funny is some of the... I honestly wouldn't mind. I'm a very, like... It's weird. I pretty much would answer just about any question that someone asked me if it was just one person. But then it's like when you're streaming, it's kind of like... It's a bit of a different story, you know what I mean? When you have like hundreds of people watching you. But I pretty much can answer just about any question if it's like one person asking me. I'm pretty much willing to say just about anything. Maybe even a group chat too. Like low key, like sometimes me and other people can be a little bit in group chats a little unfiltered with what they say. But on a stream it's a little different. Like there's just some things that it's just a little too far. It's a little too far, you know what I mean? Are you excited for the new Kanye West album? Okay, so I'm gonna listen to it, but I'm not a massive Kanye fan, and I'm not even just saying that because he's controversial. I just mean like as an artist, but I'm obviously gonna listen to it because I feel like the last couple weeks there hasn't been anything crazy in terms of like new music, so I'm kind of looking forward to something dropping end of this year. I'm for sure gonna listen to it. I don't mind Ty Dollar Sign too. Like he's a really good feature artist, so I think the album might have potential, but I don't know if I expect it to be like anything too crazy. If you had a free pass to Worlds, how do you think you would have performed in the last 16? I don't know. There's a very good chance I could have been first rounded. I think it depends who I was against, though. I feel like I could have for sure beaten, like... Well, I would have beaten Not Afraid. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Honestly, Sosa, like, even though he's a little better than me, you could even argue he's better than me a significant amount. I feel like with how bad his performance was on stage... I want to say I'd have a pretty fair chance beating him, just because I don't know, it was just, it was kind of, I don't know, he just didn't really play that well. I don't know, the others, though, would be a little bit difficult, I guess you could say, but... Yeah, I just... I'm just gonna go archers here.
You asked for it.
Boss has equal facial thirds, thick, positively tilted eyebrows, good hair, and skin texture, straight white teeth. You sound like that. You sound like the guy. Okay, I don't even know what it's called, but you sound like the guys that do the face ratings. That like obsess over that. That's so what would that be? That would be like the black pill community. I think that's like what I'd consider that, yeah. Where they analyze all the details of someone's face. Is he gonna zap or something? No, he actually didn't. Little Prince here. I don't know if, Oh, shoot. No! I wanted it... I don't know, man. This ain't looking good. This is not looking good. This is a massive, 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 massive elixir deficit. Did I say I was in an elixir deficit right now? Maybe not as bad of a deficit anymore. Bro. GG. I'll take it. What is this chat, bro? Oh my goodness. Alright, we're back to the top 200 though. Woo! We're back in business, at least a little bit. Should I just play until I get another L? Yeah, I think I'll go until I get another L. How does that sound? Can you mew right now, please? I thought you were going to say meow. I would have potentially done that. I'm not going to mew right now, though. Would you hit on a Valkyrie or Archer? I don't want to answer that question. Can you meow? Oh, shoot. Dang it, man. Wasn't paying attention. Oh! That might actually be a really good thing. Depending on what he does. Meow. I don't know how good of a meow that is. But, Alright. He went Goblin Gang. Or Spear Gobs. Meow. I guess I'll go... Oh, wow. Oh, shoot. That actually sucks for me. Low-key. Ooh, that's... I didn't expect him to Gobblegang like that really aggressively. The mortar somehow didn't hit the tower, though. That's weird. There we go. Ability kind of came in clutch. Can you hee-haw? Hee-haw. The king laugh. That was a weak hee-hee-haw, not gonna lie. Kind of surprised. That was like very, I don't know. Oh, those goblins sucked. Alright. Maybe get a little lightning action going here. Bowler! Bowling! On the Rascals. Bye-bye. Bowling! Do, 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 do. Oh! He had enough? What the heck, bro? Crazy, man. I think we're chilling, though. Yeah, nice. GG. If he defends this, I don't know even what to say. The win streak continues, I guess. How many in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My left eyebrow? By the way, peep the Clash Royale shirt. It's got a I wore this to the gym, by the way. Are you a real Clash Royale player? If you don't wear your Clash Royale shirts to the gym, I don't know if you are. To be honest, chat, I don't know if you are. You gotta represent. You know what I mean? Oh, Juzo. Okay, this guy's probably running Sparky. Okay, one of those questions made me laugh. I'm not gonna answer it though.
Bold and bashful.
Alright, I don't know what his
You asked for it.
cycle's looking like here.
Numbskulls. What up, future
It's not bad, actually.
Kneel, numbskulls.
Wait, he has arrows? Why does he have arrows, bro? Screw yeah. I don't know why he has arrows. I don't know, chat. I don't know anymore. With that L, I think we conclude the stream. Thank you all for watching. Lovely chat today. Some great conversations. Some amazing, insightful, thoughtful remarks throughout the duration, especially at the end. Alright, in all seriousness though, guys, have a good let's actually see real quick where we end the stream. 145th. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Not bad. We ended lower than where we started, but you know that's it's the name of the game sometimes. It's the name of the game. You know, it happens. It happens. What you gonna do about it? If you guys want to sub, you can. You don't have to. But you know, try to upload pretty much every day for the most part, like a video or a stream. That was kind of the goal for this month. But yeah, take care, chat. Have a good one. Peace. I don't know when I'll stream again. Maybe the next stream will be the second global tournament of the month, whenever that starts up. Alright. Bye, chat.